Good morning, everybody, or good day, or good evening, or good whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Welcome to In the Neighbourhood. Russ Broom is not with us today. He's with Jan Arden doing some work, but that's okay because he's dragging Jan Arden to the show on Friday, so we'll get to see both of them Friday. But we have the great Jim Button and the Indomitable. I'm not sure. What does Indomitable mean,
You
Mandy?
are Indomitable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Indomitable,
You mean abominable?
You're the abominable.
Abominable. Hi.
How you doing, Mandy Stobo?
I'm doing great, Dave. It's so good to see you too.
Man.
I miss you when we're not together, so this is the best.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I had a phone call with Rusty yesterday, Mr. Broom, and I was like, I miss you. It's different when they're not around. I had a great talk with my dad yesterday, and of course we talked about Mandy's mom, because you always do. When you're on the phone with your dad, you got to talk about Mandy's mom. And Jimmy, big day for you today. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Good. Ready? Psyched. Ready.
Psyched.
I'm ready. I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled. Pumped. On it.
So that people know, because some people are curious, you're going in for surgery today at the Peter Lougheed. What's going on?
I'm getting an endoscopy to figure out what's going on with possibly my duodenum is a bit messed up in a blockage battle with the stomach. So we're going in and do a little exploratory. And it's they take, like I said, they take a big Thor's hammer and knock you out. And then they put a gimp ball from a Pulp Fiction on your face, and they hold your teeth and your tongue and your mouth back, and then they stuff a hose with a welding torch, a Swiss Army knife, and
and a jackhammer.
Got to be on social media the whole time, and then they explore and see what's going on.
Wow. And this is to deal with pain.
Yeah.
And I don't want to brag, but I know where the duodenum. How do I say it, Jim?
Duodenum.
Duodenum. Because Jim asked me about it yesterday. So John drew one, and it's the part right after the stomach that leads right out of the stomach.
That's right. Well done.
Thank you.
I was hoping I was going to give John a little lesson, but I gave you one instead.
It worked just fine. And then just so the rest of you know, Jim sent perfect videos if you're 9 and 7-year-old, because they're really gross looks at inside your duodenum, and they were like, "This is revolting."
Yeah.
Watching it.
Don't look at those videos. But I figured any kid that's watching Saving Private Ryan and Death on Beaches could probably handle a little inside his body view.
So now, when you get this surgery, does it is your hope that they figure out what it is and can take the pain away, or what's the outcome here?
This one's an exploration, and then hopefully they discover what they're hoping to discover. What they think it might be is that the tumor has grown and blocked the entrance from the stomach to the duodenum and blocking food from exiting. So that's what their hopes are.
Yeah.
And if they discover that, then I'll go in through for another surgery, maybe today, maybe tomorrow,
and get that dealt with.
Could have 2 of them today. So I'll be out of it for the whole day.
When you say out of it, what do you mean, Jim?
I'm a gibbering mess. Tracy, when Tracy comes, and the doctor usually comes and tries to explain to you what's going on with you, I can't. You just, so you're out. You are like a blubbering idiot.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they take you out. They take a big hammer, right, and smash you in the head and knock you out.
Right. They just do that with you, Jim, and then they give you anesthetic. Yeah. They just do that for laughs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just for giggles.
Jim's here. Get the hammer.
Yeah. Well, I
Ah,
tend to try and make that group, like the group up there, the GI group up in PLC.
yeah.
Some of the best doctors and nurses and admin people I've ever worked with in my 5-year career, and they're spectacular.
Really?
Yeah, there's I have to. This is going to be a little bit offside probably, but I had to do you have to put a suppository to up your butt to help with the pancreas, and so they put you in a room. They give you a glove, a suppository, and some Vaseline, and put it up your bum. And I put up my bum and shot out the room. And went,
So you had to go get another one?
They're going, do I pick it up and put it back in? I said, no, it's going to kill me. And so instead, I walked out.
Oh.
Shut up.
So what did you do?
Have a lot. So they gave me a clean one. Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't use the 5-second rule.
My wife's not happy with that story.
Oh, that just makes me laugh.
But the types of things you got to do to keep the nurses happy, because they see a lot of, bad stuff during the day. So when something funny happens, you got to share it with them.
Yeah, shoot it right at them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wonder what my distance is.
Oh, the 5-second rule. Well, I feel like Julie Van Rosendaal, I'm going to bring her in. I almost wonder if we should get her in, because it's like a food story. You want to make sure?
Ew.
I didn't say 5-second rule, so I think that's a perfectly awesome one.
Yeah. Like doctors and nurses do not, like, if something touches the floor, they know, like, that's do not go near it, right?
Yeah.
So you pick that up and put it in, and then told anybody, I'd be in big shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, Jimmy, we're sending all our vibes to you, unicorn and otherwise. Yeah, exactly. There's our unicorn vibes we're sending out, and we're just, it's amazing. Now, before we call Julie, though, we have a craft, and Mandy's been so proud of her craft so far, and she said this is the best craft she's ever done. She's so proud of it, and we haven't had craft time.
Lying to you all. We haven't had craft time in a while.
Are we ready for
mediocre
this?
time with Mandy?
Are we ready? Are you ready? Welcome to Mediocre Craft Time with Mandy. Stobo. It's in the neighborhood. It's Wednesday. I can't wait to make a craft for you. Are you guys ready? Take me on to the studio.
Oh, Mediocre Craft Time is the best name ever.
What is this?
I don't know. What is it?
This is for Jim.
Oh.
It was a mediocre craft from the first week, and it's a rock that I painted that said, now that's a good side. All right,
nice.
So let's get into the craft. So today all we need is some glue and some paper of different colors. We're going to do a bit of a collage. I'm going to make it into a bird, but you guys can make it into anything you like. So you want one solid color on the base, and then you're going to just make a bunch of shapes. So I'm going to make a big one, and then a bunch of medium ones, and a few small ones, and then we're going to just throw it together. So we're going to put this shape here. What?
I was just saying, the sound of scissors immediately, like, that makes me think of watching Mr. Dress Up when I was a little kid.
Totally, hey?
Yeah,
Isn't that, it's my favorite sound. So as you can see, we got a bunch of different shapes here. Yeah. And then you're just going to play with shapes. It's really fun for all ages, because you can kind of just, like, have a blast with shapes and color and see what you make. So we're going to just keep, like, doing stuff like this. And you're going to glue this down eventually. Where should we put this guy? Right there, maybe. And then maybe we'll just put a little eyeball there.
I see the bird. Now, for a while there, it was Mr. Plankton.
And then it becomes like a little bird. And so it's really fun for all your kids, because everyone's going to be different. And it's just a super, super easy thing to do. Super fun thing to do. And then you got some portraits of birds for your wall this summer. Back to you, Dave.
So good, Mandy.
Mandy, that wasn't mediocre at all.
No.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, because I didn't see what I was like. Okay, it's just shaped. What's a bird? It was like a little.
It's a bird.
I know.
It looked like I'll bring it. I'll send one to you, Jimmy, and I'll bring one to you, Dave.
Oh.
So you just want to glue it together, or you can just keep it like that and keep it a puzzle and just move them around every day. Make a new bird. It's a new day.
So many puzzles.
So many possibilities.
Mandy's mediocre craft. I just love it, and it's not mediocre at all. That's great.
Thanks.
She undersold it, eh?
Yeah, but that's Mandy. She over delivers.
Yeah.
Every time. Let's see how Jim's does, because we had some. Do you have anything else you'd like to share, Mandy? Any old things that I keep forgetting? Anything you want to talk about before I go to the?
No, this is great. Go away. Yeah, go. I'm not go away.
Go away, Dave.
Get
All right, ready? Let's sing our song, everybody, in honor of Russ. Here it comes. The internet is funny.
So funny.
Feels like we're going back in time. We haven't done the internet is funny in a long time.
In a long time.
Jim, do you have any mediocre funny things from the internet?
I don't even know what I have, because you asked for these last night, and I was hydromorphed to the moon last night. So
I definitely LOL'd when I received them. So
okay, good. So
we can start with number 1.
All right, let's start it up. Let her fly.
So this is what a high guy with tumors comes up with for funny.
Reach the age for sleeping with the wrong pillow. Feels like you fell at 12:40. Yes, no kidding, right?
That's a good one, Jim.
Yeah.
This is for a guy who was sweating in bed last night. So yes.
Okay.
The next one.
They said a mask and gloves were enough for the grocery store. Everyone else had clothes on. How embarrassing for that, eh? Poor guy.
Yeah, man, you gotta feel sorry, eh?
This is a great one.
Attention, teachers, never assign your class to paint candlelight. Ooh.
Ooh.
There was an exhibit down at the Mona Museum down in Tasmania that we went and saw, and there's a guy done plasters of vaginas. They did 100 plasters of different vaginas, and it was shocking. Kind of like this piece of art of candlelights.
Okay, moving on.
What else? Ask me about my attention deficit disorder, or pie, or my cat, a dog. I have a bike. Do you like TV? I saw a rock. Oh, hi, guys. That one all made sense to me last night. They're all full sentences. There's so much depth to them.
Yeah. And last one, here we go.
This one's for Julie. 8 a.m. on a camping trip? Friend, we should really eat breakfast before we start. It's just a picture of Will doing that, right? Like, look at him.
Yes.
Go. It's go time. Why wait? So let's find out if Mike has one already started for his day.
All right. This is Julie Van Rosendaal has been working unbelievable hours feeding much of Calgary, but she had a Father's Day present for her husband, and they're out camping. And this is her first Wednesday where she's not serving lunches, where she's taking a bit of a break. So we get to say hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Explain where you are.
I am at Sundance Lodges. Although they're not lodges, they are tents. We're in a trapper's tent. I'm gonna flip around. Mike's right in your field of view.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. There, Mike. Hi.
The trapper's tents are my favorite. They're so great.
Yeah, they're so cool. They're like a semi-permanent tent. We just threw a whole bunch of twigs on the fire, and it's
there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we decided to go camping for a night and get out of Dodge and do some forest bathing. It's the only bathing that happens when camping.
Yes.
It's the forest bathing. And it's like camping but not camping. Willem, who's 14, for every summer he's like, can we go camping? And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll definitely do that this year. And then we don't, because sleeping on the ground is not my thing anymore.
Yeah.
It was for a long time. Now it's like, so they have these sort of it's like camp bunks, when the kid went to camp. So, one up from a yoga mat, a little bit thicker than a yoga mat.
Yep.
It's a little bit stiff in the morning. You know, you got to walk to the bathroom, but that's okay. It's part of the camping experience. Just like ashes and mosquitoes in your coffee when you reheat it over the fire.
That's the best.
Like, there's a mosquito in your coffee. We're like, cool. A little protein boost, a little extra fiber. That's what everyone wants, right?
Julie undersells camping like you undersell art, Mandy.
Camping is so much. The last time we were there, Julie, Dave and I recreated a wedding day for Jim and Tracy. That was very fun. Although Dave was a little MIA. And also on the same trip, Blythe comes up to me and is like, I'm sorry about what's happening in the forest. And Tess, like way down deep in the woods, Tess had tied Luca to a tree and they were playing a game. Like, it was the best. It was the best trip of our lives.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah, it was so fun. I always see you guys on these trips, and I didn't know this place. I didn't know about it.
It's
and they
good.
started ordering cookbooks. So they've been ordering cookbooks. So I was like, well, I'm just going to bring them myself. And I go into the little, like, not canteen. What's it called? The shop.
The general store kind of.
Trading post. The trading post. And there's like camping stuff and mugs and like fire starter. And then like this fanned out display of dirty food. And it's the only book they have. So I don't know why, but they sell my cookbooks here. So, but since I told people that we were coming here, everyone's like, "Oh my God, that place is amazing." So,
yeah, and it's not far. Like you can get there from Calgary in 45 minutes or an hour. It's easy.
An hour, depending on who's driving. And it's like, and I like that it's not. You don't have to set up your tent. When I was a kid, we had the Winnebago, you know, the big orange top.
You were the rich family. Yeah, fine.
The top thing. And my dad loved camping, and we were in our 20s. My sisters and I were camping with, actually, I think Mike was there too. We were like 22. And we were camping up at Lake O'Hara.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It was raining. There was bears in the area. There were all these bear signs, freezing rain. It was miserable. My mom lost her shit halfway through the weekend and freaked out at my dad. She's like, I hate camping. And my dad's like, what? Like, truly shocked, genuinely shocked. And my sisters and I are like, Dad, we've known since we were born that she does not like camping. And she's like, and I want a wedding ring because I lost her wedding. Anyway, this is like epic. I don't know how that happens. It's like going to IKEA. Camping and going to IKEA are marriage breakers.
Yes. You know,
if you go to IKEA before you go camping, that's like a double whammy.
Try and reassemble a piece of furniture while camping.
That'd be a good show.
Yeah, marriage wreckers.
That would be a good show.
That would be amazing.
You know what the ultimate marriage wrecker is? And I had a guy on breakfast television one time tell me he was an instructor in canoeing. He said canoes are the ultimate marriage wrecker. Never have a couple in the same canoe. He would if he was out, he'd say split up. Do not be in the couple when you're in the same canoe.
Because you have to work together, right? It's like a double.
What are you just eating? Like, is this the camping tradition of eating burnt things?
Burnt and ashy. It's really smoky because it's pine. When you get pine, it's cheap, but it makes this really black smoke. So it's just,
I knew that.
It's just dough. I like bringing dough and cooking it over the fire.
You might want to flip the other one over now, Julie. I bet it's burnt by now.
Thanks, Jim. I lost my tongs. Mike dropped them on the fire, and now I don't know where they went. So I'm just using my fingers, which probably should. Oh, there we go. Yes. I'm gonna lose my reputation.
We just finished mediocre crafts with Mandy. We can have mediocre cooking with Julie Van Rosendaal.
Behind the scenes, the truth. The real story.
Everybody else does all the cooking for Mandy when she's got all the scene, everything all ready.
This is like what you don't see on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should post that. Make sure you post that for your show.
Behind Instagram scenes. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so this is your last week, you guys.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna take a bit of July. I mean, we're not going far, but we'll be around. But yeah, for the first for July anyway, we're gonna take a bit of time away to do some burning and cooking, like you get to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
blackened flatbread.
mesquite. It's mesquite.
Caramelized. We have the the Maillard reaction method.
You might don't let anybody near the trading post find out that you don't have the skills, Julie.
She has the skills. We got to do Kapua for a few years together, right, Julie? And Julie has to teach all of the women how to cook over a fire, which is amazing. And to start the fire, we started it using tampons. So Julie's got the skills. I know it. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand.
What? Does it work?
Thanks, Mandy.
Yep, it totally works.
Oh yeah,
I'll show you guys when we go camping in August.
That'd be great, Mandy. I look forward to that.
Pull them apart, puff them up a little bit. Great fire starter.
Maybe you could use your IUD to mix some drinks with.
And you can use your, what is it? Depository? What is
it?
My depository.
Depositories?
Can you tell, just because it'll make Tracy mad, can you tell the story again just for Julie, Jim? Because it's a good one.
I told it enough. You tell it.
Can I tell it?
Yeah, you
so
tell
for
it.
one of Jim's surgeries, because they put things in your bum for so what he's doing today, they send him into a room with a glove, some Vaseline, and a suppository, and they say, "Go deal with this and come back." So Jim, so Jim goes and does it, and it shoots back out and lands on the floor. So then he's in the bathroom going, as Mandy says, "Is there a 5-second rule? Can I just pick it up and put it back in?"
I think it's like 10 seconds when it's sorry.
Not in a hospital. Not in a hospital.
I think it's a 5-hour rule. Yeah, I'm at the hospital. Oh man. So what did you do?
I went out in the hallway and with my pants down and said, it popped out. Can I have another one?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
I've been a bad boy.
That one was so fun. I need another one.
I need a target now.
Seconds? Are there free refills on the suppositories? I'm sure that's the story that you just never get tired of hearing.
Yeah, I like that story. I'll repeat it tomorrow. Today, on Friday's show.
Friday. So next show Friday. Friday's your last show.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you guys have done this through the whole summer.
60. We counted. There's like 70 guests, 60 guests.
Yeah.
We've had on the show.
By summer, I mean pandemic.
Right. Whatever this is.
Whatever has been happening since March.
It's a new season. Winter, fall, pandemic.
Pandemic.
Round 2, right? When round 2.
Round 2.
This is our first day that we're not doing lunches.
Good for you guys.
That's so amazing.
I feel so weird. I keep wanting to like text Javal, and I mean they're so good. They're so on the ball, but like, is everything okay? Yeah.
Just send her a picture of that flatbread and say, "Do you want me to send some?"
I'll bring it for her. This is bannock. So this shape, it's a similar dough, flatbread dough, bannock. It's just baking powder, flour, oil, salt, water. But this shape is I learned it from a few Blackfoot women. They flatten it and put a hole in the middle so that it cooks through.
Yeah, I think yours is cooked through.
Actually, this one over here, the earlier ones that we ate were great. Look at this one. You can tell it's the pine makes it so like blackened. But yeah, that's
amazing though.
Which I know you are wondering. That's what the shape is from. And then if you put in a skillet with oil, then it's more like fry bread. So
there you have it.
So good.
Anyway.
I just think it's hilarious that if some young people watch today because they were really excited to see Mandy's craft. They also got to find out from their parents what suppositories are. So it's kind of handy, right? We got a lot of things going on. And what a duodenum or denum?
Duodenum.
Jim's getting his duodenum fiddled with today, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna Google that as soon as I hang up with you.
So what are your plans today, Julie? Are you just gonna chill out, or you guys?
Oh no, we have to head out in half an hour. Checkout time is 11, and then I've got a bunch of work to do. I've got actual writing work and things to do, and
There's a really
set up for some shows tomorrow.
There's a really nice hike right around you guys that you should try.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. What's it called? Where is it?
It's called Jura Creek, Jura.
Okay.
It's about a 20-minute drive. It does go back closer to Canmore, but it's worth doing. Just Google Jura Creek, Jura.
Okay. Jura. Okay, that's what I wanted to hit, some sort of a hike before we.
Well,
by hike I mean stroll.
You hike. Oh, well, you're hiking up a slot canyon. You probably get some water coming down it right now. It's pretty cool looking.
Amazing. And have you guys heard that the highway is closed in Banff to oh my gosh, the highway is closed to traffic, so you can take your bike out?
I did not know that.
The 1A, the Highwood Pass.
Not Johnson Canyon. Anyway, there's a chunk of highway that's closed, and it's not too hilly, and you can just take your bike out, and it's amazing. And so I hear. Wow. So yeah, that's on my to-do list for sure sometime soon.
Well, so this is today's day. Julie, you get to maybe spend some more time outdoors and then get to what you need to get to. And Mandy is going to start putting together her mediocre craft book. Mediocre crafts with Mandy. And Jim's going to go get his duodenum diddled. He's going to duo whatever that is.
Duodenum diddled.
Duodenum diddled. That's so great. Well, I know Jimmy's got to get going because he's got to freshen up. Yeah. He's got a suppository to deal with.
I was got to start flexing. I got to start doing, what are those things called?
Reverse Kegels.
Yeah, I got to start doing my Kegels now.
I wish my dad was here. He's got all the good bum jokes.
This is your dad's job.
He's a gastroenterologist. Yes, gums to buns.
That's so I'm going to see the gastroenterologist to this part this time.
Sure. Oh yeah, I haven't had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just my last visual for you guys is of me in a gimp ball. Okay, ready?
You have to what?
Oh gosh, everybody! And now he's pretending his camera's. Is you frozen? We can't hear you, Jim. What's going
frozen,
on?
Yeah. Wow.
I was just joking.
That was like space aerobics. Have you heard of space aerobics? Like it's a thing where you go and you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that
do
must
that.
be the gimp ball.
Called which?
The gimp ball.
The gimp. That's what I thought you said. Gimp ball.
Bring on. Okay.
The straps on that side and straps on that side, and then they put. Yeah.
And
meanwhile, I'm trying to make jokes to them the whole time.
Yeah.
Julie or Tess was asking. And one of the pictures you sent, because Julie, just so you know, Jimmy sent really vile videos of people's duodenum, but they had their eyes taped shut. Are they going to tape your eyes shut? Do they do that?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess your eyes are shut at the time. How do you know?
Yeah.
Find out.
All I know is that they draw little tattoos on me, and there's tic-tac-toe games in marker or Sharpie on my body. I don't know what else they do. They probably have a lot of fun.
Well, we're going to send all of our tumor shrinking energy your way, and exactly all our unicorn strength and power. And you have a good operation. We will definitely see you on the other side, Jimmy.
All right. See you guys after.
Julie, enjoy your charcoal breakfast.
Thank you.
It looks amazing, Julie.
Right? I'm really jealous.
I am. I love that.
Yum. I'm just gonna eat it because there's no stampede. I gotta have food on a stick somehow.
Okay. Now that's
and you can brush your teeth with the stick after.
No, the charcoal in there's brushing your teeth at the same.
Mandy, should we do a healthy gym dance today? I think we should do some serious shaking. So if you can hear it, get out there and do some forest dancing. Jim, do what you can, and we'll see everybody for sure Friday. I'll say a quick hello tomorrow, but Friday's our final moment. All right, Ron. See you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you, Julie.
I failed myself on a tree.
Oh no. I love you.
Bye, Julie.
See you Friday.
Hey, Jimmy.